So Christmas Duck. Christmas Duck is a fan favorite. He's kind of a. Hi, I'm Steve Gaynor. I'm the co-founder of the Fulbright company.
Hello, my name is Kate Craig, and I was creating a lot of the.
Oh man, mom handwriting. We went through a lot of different moms for handwriting.
Hi, I'm Chris Remo, the composer on Gone Home. In my commentary tracks, I'm going to be talking a little bit about what went into creating the original music soundtrack for the game. Gone Home is an unusual game, musically speaking, in that it consists of two distinct music soundtracks. The one of those probably more frequently commented on is the collection of licensed Riot Grrrl songs.
This is where you find the first half of Sam's Locker, or I guess it's actually the second half of Sam's Locker combo as far as what the piece of paper is. But at first...
Hi, this is Corin Tucker from Heavens to Betsy. And Heavens to Betsy was a band that formed in 1991, actually. And I actually got the idea for joining.
When you're putting like...
So these are all the VHS tapes, or most of them, in the house. And these in the TV room are from only...
My name is Sarah Grayson, and I do the voice of Sam Greenbrier in Gone Home. Currently based out of Portland, Oregon, so right around where the Fulbright company is from, which is part of, I guess, how this all came to be. I started doing voiceover work probably about 4 or 5 years ago. It's been a bit of an on and off journey, because I also have had regular...
So here's one of Dad's
The doors were actually one of the hardest things in the game to get working correctly.
One of our favorite movies is The Apartment, which was directed by Billy Wilder, and it starred Shirley MacLaine and Jack Lemmon, and it's from like 1960, and it's basically what Mad Men is, except actually from that time.
Here we have Fresh Magazine, which is...
Inside of this file folder, you find the first combination code in the game. This code goes to Dad's locked filing cabinet, and it's 0451, which is a bit of a tradition / in-joke amongst... I mean, it's not really an in-joke, it's just an...
Most of the bookshelves in the house are... This is our old-timey record that we got from archive.org, source of all good things. It's...
I feel like one of the best bits of advice was actually from the Fulbright team before going in to do the first recording. And it was...
Composing the ambient exploration tracks definitely ended up being the weirdest part of creating music for Gone Home. The audio diaries...
One of the larger assets that we needed for the basement to really give it character and personality was...
Oh man, this thing.
So two things. One, so there's a...
You know, there was kind of this intellectual, cross-cultural...
There's a little bit of concern on my...
Putback is the feature that I'm happiest with in the game, and it actually came about as sort of a little bit of an accident. Playtesters had told us they didn't want to feel like some kind of horrible person rummaging around this house and tossing everything on the floor, but there wasn't really any other option initially. That's all you could do was...
The music for Gone Home was mainly composed over 2 separate periods, roughly a year apart.
Fanzines, I mean, that's one of the things that we started doing right away, was doing these Riot Grrrl fanzines, and everyone would contribute.
So earlier in...
All of the sliding doors that you see in the game
writing...
You know, it's really about the ideals that we were trying to get across in our music. You know, I think that...
For a long time...
When you put out any sort of content about your game online...
So I'm Sarah Argidale. This is my salad dressing.
Definitely the second half was where a lot more of the emotional weight in the character came out, and that was a lot to handle.
Oh,
Oh, you found an Easter egg!
Who found it?
You found it! This is the best! You looked up! No one in a first-person game looks up!
Because there's no rewards to looking up.
Because it's hard to look up.
Also,
of
you weren't
all
allowed to
things.
look up in, like,
Wolfenstein. And Doom. Okay.
So that was
I'd already played through the first full half of Gone Home before I started composing any music, which was really important to understand how the game felt and played and looked. But I didn't get a build of the complete game until
We didn't really give Kate very specific direction for this. She gave us some. So you want to talk about this fucking jazz mug?
Nobody wants to talk about the jazz mug.
Well,
It's
except
the
for
worst.
Carla.
I hate it. It's the worst.
Really early on, I thought it would be like something that I thought would be engaging about Gone Home would just be finding notes and scraps in unexpected places and being able to, like, you know, zoom in really far and find something that's tucked away in someone's pocket or whatever. And yeah, finding a note that was in someone's pocket that had gone through the dryer, I thought would just be a cool image. And so we were always going to do this, and we ended up making it this specific note from... Yeah, the biggest purpose of the card was, the Goodfellow High School jacket and the logo generally is a reference to the logo for Minerva's Den, the section of Rapture that DLC takes place in that we were. The fact that there are speedruns for our game makes me really happy, and the fact that, that the any percent speedrun, aka you don't have to pick up anything, just get to the end as fast as possible, has basically been optimized.
we never really discussed the idea of individually scoring.
I had seen Bikini Kill and Bratmobile play. Their first
Around. So these are stereo. Mom and Dad are much more.
Yeah, I ended up being pretty happy with this. This is the only picture of Lonnie.
I was one of the hosts of the Idle Thumbs video game podcast for a year or two. Barf Burger is enjoyed by all.
I mean, I've always, one of the most comforting...
The boxes of tampons.
A lot of Gone Home is about pointless interactivity that is sort of things being interactive for the sake of them being interactive, but it really comes from the life cycle of the condom.
That's
One of my favorite things that came out during development was someone wrote an email mistaken.
Another board game.
So there's a lot less density in the house than there would be in a real house. Like, if you look around your house, there's just junk piled everywhere, probably.
maybe
like,
it's just our house.
I think it's most house.
Oh, you're right.
But, so, our strategy will... Almost none of the events, the little events in the game, are scripted.
I really enjoyed playing Gone Home. I have to say it was pretty exciting to find the Heavens to Betsy tape, because that was really...
Okay, the Wildfire book. Oh, man, look at this thing. Yeah, this was another one of those situations in which I totally felt like a weird creepo when I was doing research, and there was a lot of really horrifying romance novel covers.
You want to talk about A Place for Christmas Stuff?
This is where Christmas Duck.
I think this is one where...
It's one of those things where we had always wanted to... So this is the last room in the game, or at least the last room chronologically in the story.
You need it.